I went to Michael's yesterday to look at the Halloween stuff and had a surprising amount of self-control. And I saw this guy and I thought about him heavily. And I went back last night with my husband because yesterday I was thinking, like, is he hollow? Can I make a purse out of him or something? I'd love to just let him live here next to my cauldron because that would be adorable. But I have pet rats who run in this room and they love nothing more than to chew rubber. So he would be destroyed. But I want to carry him with me every day because he's adorable. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try to make a purse out of this guy. After some inspection in the store, I realized his toes are hollow and his eyelids are hollow. His body is not. And I was talking to PJ about it and he said probably they mold the toad and then there's like a seam around the neck where they can blow in foam or something. I got him on sale, so if this goes horribly wrong, I will be very sad because I like him, but also it won't be the end of the world. So I'm thinking of cutting him just like down here to put a zipper in and to pull out the foam or whatever is in him. But PJ, being very smart to things, said I should probably like punch holes between where the cut line goes so that it doesn't just like rip whenever I go to put my hand. So I've got an awl and I think I'm just gonna heat it up with a candle and poke a hole in them and see how this goes. Hey, that worked incredibly well. It's stinky, but it worked. And then I'm just gonna do one like, I have my little blade and we're gonna do the thing. I'm nervous. I hope this goes okay. So there's one line and then the other one is here, one hole. Oh gosh. Oh my God, he was right. Oh, it's not foam. It's like, there's like fabric scraps inside. Thank God, because you know, I was thinking if this is foam, ooh, it might be a total nightmare to have to separate the foam from the inside of the toad. So I also think I might leave the filling in his legs to give him some stability. Maybe it'll work. I honestly have no idea how I'm gonna attach a zipper to this thing. Okay, wow, that was a lot of filling in this little dude. I'm gonna let you look inside the toad. There's like the leg. And yeah, I do think I'm gonna leave some of it down in there because it's in there pretty tight. PJ said I should cut his mouth open and make like a change purse on a really long, like a fly shape, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just gonna leave him as is. However, I'm really glad that I took PJ's advice on the hole poking situation before I made the cut, because right here, the roundness kind of makes the cut stop. Down here, I wish I would have done a bigger hole because it is tearing a little bit. So I think I'm just gonna find like a proper hole punch, like a metal ka-chunk situation, and do some hole punches to prevent any like massive tears in this guy. But oh my God, it's gonna work, you guys. I think I'm so excited. So I've got my toad cut open and emptied of all of the fabric stuff. And then I got these from Daiso a couple weeks ago to make some sort of a purse, but I never used them, so I don't know if they're gonna work or not. I figure I can always like thrift a purse and use the handles. Oh, okay, so these have a little snap on them, and I like the length and I like the color. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how to attach them. My husband has leather working supplies, so I might see if he could help me rivet them on. I've never riveted anything before. He said last night I should ribbit the handles on. My daughter and I came up with a name for him last night and I can't remember. Oh, Marshall. His name is Marshall. And I don't know what kind of fabric I'm going to use for the lining. I really wanted to design a fabric on Spoonflower that's like with toads and like swampy plants and bugs. But I kind of want to hurry up and get this done. I don't really want to wait for shipping. I'm going to have breakfast and coffee and let my ratties run, and we will return with Marshall a little later. All right, so I cut this piece of fabric from my stash, 8 by 13 inches, and I'm going to fold it like so. So the fold is along the bottom, and stitch up these short sides. Oh, with right sides together. And I'm going to do about a 5/8 inch seam allowance. So I'm thinking, what if I turn the lining in a little bit so that it'll match up like so, and then sandwich the zipper between those pieces? I think hand sewing is what's going to be happening next. Oh, also, I found out while I was trying to figure out what this guy was filled with, I found a company that makes toad purses like this, and they have them in all different colors, and they have some that glow in the dark. I can't remember the name of it offhand, but I will link it in the description and try to pop a little guy right there so you can see the name of the company if you are not crafty or just don't want to deal with this nonsense. You can just buy one and it's adorable. For sewing the zipper, I'm just using this regular all-purpose thread in this kind of swampy color, and I got a Mrs. Frisbee to help. And I also have this kind of thick, I don't remember what this stuff is called. It's over by the embroidery thread though, and I'm going to use this to sew on my handles a little later so it's nice and sturdy. You know what I just thought? Instead of doing a running stitch, I could always stitch through like through the bag, through the zipper like that, like around that rubber stuff. Maybe that'll be a better plan. Only person looking at it that close is going to be you guys and me. So I'm good with that. Oh, it's Ghosty with the Mosty. Hi, baby. Good morning. Oh, it's Pants. Hey, Pants. All right, I think we're done. Moving on. No, ma'am, you cannot have the string. So I'm almost to the end of my toad and I need to shorten the zipper. So I'm gonna double up this thread. And then it's gonna end about there. So I'm just gonna sew over the zipper back and forth a couple of times right here on the end, and that's gonna create a stop. And then I'm gonna get some scissors that are not fabric scissors, and I'm gonna cut about here, leaving around an inch at the bottom. Okay, zipper is shortened and there's a little extra for the tail to tuck in to my toad. I'm gonna finish this side, do here, and then I will be back to attach my handles. I'm going to sew, let's see, a bar across the top, a bar across the middle, because whenever it closes, that's the middle, and an X across both sides of that. And I'm going to do it several times so it's really strong, because the handles need to support the weight of the bag and the contents. So I want it to be strong enough that it doesn't like rip out or something. That would be a bummer. I also have a pair of pliers to help me push and pull the needle through. Otherwise, this will be killer on the fingertips. So let the tool do the work. And yeah, I think that's about just a little bit of space, maybe like a thumbnail space between the edge and the handle. Okay, and that's my stitching, and then it snaps up and looks so cute. I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side with the other handle, and then I will do the other handle on the other side, exact same placement. All right, my toad is done, and I'm so happy with how he turned out. I think my handles are great, and I'm really happy I decided to line them too. I think it just gives them a nice finish. Here's what it looks like inside.